What's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, coming from your mama's basement. Today's segment, you know what it's about. It's about the Orlando Magic, the Lakers. But before we even get to the discussion of that, I want to say one thing. I'm not going to be hard on Luke only because I said in Twitter, you know, I'm a man of my words. I said that if he played Thomas Bryant early, you know, I'm going to be easy on him. And it seemed like as soon as I dropped that tweet, because I put in there, I said, and I kind of like tweeted towards his father, Bill Walton. And I'm just not saying that he got that tweet that quick. I wouldn't even think nothing like that. But it's funny because it's like, as soon as I said it, he brought Thomas Bryant in. And I think Thomas Bryant was playing 7 minutes in that last final, quarter, which is cool. So I'm not going to beat up on him because I was going to eat him up hard. But my man, Lake Show and Dan, the Laker fan, if you ain't subscribed to those two, man, please do. These two guys went in on Luke Walton. They went in. I mean, God damn it, they went in. But I'm not going to go in. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to become a promoter. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, Lakers play the Orlando Magic. Keep in mind, the Orlando Magic are coming off back-to-back games. They got blown out by the Houston Rockets. That's a matter of fact, the game when James Harden, I think, had the history-setting stats. 60 points, I think 11 rebounds, 10 assists, something like that. They played them, then they came in to play the Lakers. Here's my thing. I want to make sure that, Laker fans understand this. We got to stop with the excuses. And the reason why I say that is because of this. I can go back on my comment section and I can hit a whole lot of you guys up. When the Lakers play back-to-back, we make every excuse in the book. Oh, they're tired. They just came from a game before. They didn't prep right. Okay, so what was the excuse for Orlando? The Lakers had 2 days of rest. They playing a team that's at the bottom of the freaking barrel, and I don't want to hear that we're just as bad as them are, because we're not. We're not as bad as the Orlando Magic. Now, I've been telling you guys over and over again that perimeter defense is suspect. I've been telling y'all, just because they say we rank 7 in defense and all that crap, that's suspect as well. I said because we do not guard the perimeter at all. It's just that players are not knocking down their shots. This is a three-point shooting league. So if you're shooting three-pointers, if 70% of your shots are three-pointers, and you're only hitting 30% of it, yeah, it's going to make a defense look good. That's common sense. Why? Because, number one, the Lakers do not have no interior defender. They crash down low to help out their interior defender, whether it's Julius Randle, Larry Nance, or Brook Lopez. They can't play man-to-man like they're supposed to because the interior defense needs help. So they go down to help out, and the perimeter's wide open. Wide open. But anyway, Orlando came in. They were missing 2 of their 3 top scorers, were Aaron Gordon and Nikola Vucevic. I might have said his name wrong. Please forgive me. Gordon averaging 18 and Vucevic averaging 17 and 9. They were missing both of these guys. We only missing Lonzo Ball. So when fans say that, we're bad without Lonzo Ball, I have to go back and re-illustrate. Like, wait a minute. Didn't we just win 4 games, and one of those games against the Boston Celtics, a top 3 team in the NBA, without freaking Lonzo Ball? So that's another excuse. We constantly keep making excuses. They're probably tired. No. What it is that they overlooked this team. They're missing 2 of their top players, right? We go in there with the momentum thinking, like, man, they just came off a back-to-back. Just an easy victory for us. The same way I was looking at it. When I made my last video, I said we playing Orlando. We should have a chance to beat this team. And just like how I thought, the same thing I think the Lakers players and the coaching staff thought. Instead, Orlando ran the numbers up on them, let them know, hey, man, we come to play. These guys did not give in. They beat us with the perimeter. I think they shot like 50-something% from the perimeter. They was like 12 for 18 behind the three-point arc. Or 18. No, I think they hit 18. They were 18 for something. Because they matched their career high. So they was killing us from perimeter. And I told you guys over and over again, that quick switching is going to catch up with us. That quick switching is what's killing us. We didn't see Josh Hart at all till like almost the end. But anyway, I'm going to just go through something real quick. First of all, I'm going to talk about Brook Lopez. I've been saying over and over again. I know Brook Lopez. No, let me backtrack a little bit more. We have to understand and realize this. Players that we got right now who are basically going to be gone at the end of the season, they're playing for self. They're not really playing within the team-oriented plays, if Luke Walton even call them plays. They're playing for self. KCP, Brook Lopez. These guys are playing for self. Even Julius Randle, from time to time. They're playing for self. Why? Because they're looking at it like this. I'm not going to be with the Lakers after the end of the season. The Lakers front office has already made it clear to me that I'm not going to be here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase my skill so I can get a better contract. That's business 101. If I know that I'm gonna be gone at the end of the season, I'm gonna bust my tail hoping that somebody else sees me, because I remember I'm being televised. So hoping everybody else sees me, so that way I can hire this opportunity of me getting more money. That's common sense. That's why Julius Randle playing at a high level. It's his contract year. Let's be understandable. I like Julius Randle. I'm not knocking on Julius Randle. Same thing with KCP. That's why KCP, you see him doing ISO plays, taking shots, not passing, passing the ball to a better opportunity for somebody else to get a better shot. And he's, he's constantly like he's basically he's very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Defense, I told you guys over and over again, I've been telling y'all, I said KCP is suspect on defense. A lot of fans know Urban, he's not suspect. He's a good defender. I can go back to my video when I made a video about KCP. I told you. We got him. We got Jordan Clarkson. The only thing he bought is he's a slight better defender. But Josh Hart, to me, is a better defender. And this is what pissed me off, is why is Josh Hart sitting on the bench for a long period of time when in reality, he's playing out of position. Josh Hart is playing small forward. When he coming in, he's playing small forward. He's not playing shooting guard, D'ing up the shooting guard. He's usually playing small forward. So he's playing people that's like twice his size. And he's doing pretty good at his height. But, it is what it is. Corey Brewer got some playing time. I'm not knocking it. Now I'm going to go down the line. I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about, a lot of stuff I want to cover. But I don't want to eat up much of your time. But you know me. I love to talk. Anyway, Brook Lopez. He's a veteran. He's been in the league over 10 years. You come to a team there, you're on a 1-year contract. Well, you're not 1-year contract, but you're at the end of your contract. And me personally, you as a veteran, you should be going to Luke Walton and tell Luke Walton, I demand the ball. Listen, first of all, we don't have Lonzo Ball, so you can't run that fast-oriented offense that we usually run, unless you got Caruso. Because Luke Walton is too stubborn to start Caruso over Tyler Enos. They got to run half-court sets. Tyler Enos is not up-tempo type of point guard. He could be, but when he does, he only look for self. When you notice when he's running, he's going straight to the paint. He's not looking to pass it, nothing like that. And the thing about him is he shows the ball. When he goes there, he does the old-fashioned type of play, not the Euro steps and nothing like that. He just do a regular layup, and either he gets swatted away or he just missed the layup. But that's what Tyler Enos does. So what you do is you run a half-court set for them to get Brook Lopez more opportunities and more touches. Brook Lopez, he got to listen. Brook Lopez got to demand the ball, and he got to take leadership. He's the oldest veteran on that team, and there's no reason for him, a finesse player who just came from a team averaging over 18 points, to come here only averaging 10 to 12 points. That's bull crap to me. You got to tell Luke Walton, like, listen, man, I'm down the paint. Look for me. Make Enos give me the ball. You're not going to be here at the end of the year anyway, so what's the point? You got to make sure that you got to build your value too, Brook. Because if you don't build your value, you're not going to make that much money when it comes to contract negotiation. Somebody going to give you somebody going to give you a garbage amount of money. It's going to happen, or you might find yourself coming off the bench. So right now, at this point in time, because the Lakers do not have no really consistent player on that starting five, Brook Lopez got to take the helm. He got to take leadership and say, look, give me the ball. Let me dominate down low. You know what I mean? I know you're a finesse player. You're not a body banger, but you got enough moves down low to be to make shots. There's no reason for him to be taking all them threes. And I know that's Luke Walton, because why? The reason why they brought him over here, because his last year with Brooklyn, he was shooting all them threes. They said, okay, well, we get him to shoot all these threes. My only problem is that if you're going to do that, then Julius Randle got to work down low. You're not doing that. You're not allowed, Brook Lopez barely get any touches. And that's because why? You got Tyler Enos at the helm. He's not a true point guard. I've been saying over and over again. He's not the person that you want to be starting your starting five. I don't understand it, because in reality, look, how many assists he had that game? He played 10 minutes. He had no assists again. No freaking assists. He's not helping the starting five. And because of that, people like Brandon Ingram struggle. And I tell people over and over again, they keep saying Brandon Ingram is not, he's good when Lonzo Ball gets there. If you as a star player, or people looking at you to be a rising star, you should not need another man in order to complement your game. You should be able to carry that game according to how you play. But anyway, we'll get to him later. But Ty Enos is not the point guard to start. But if you decide that you're going to continue being stubborn and let him be in the point guard, then you got to utilize Brook Lopez. You got to give him the opportunity to take better shots. He took 7 shots, and out of the 7 shots, 3 were three-pointers. So he took 4 regular shots. But if you notice, the 4 regular shots, he was 2 for 4. You got to get him more playing time. You got to tell him he got to be more dominant down in the low. He's the tallest man on the court, and them guys went small. They had no real big guy or for freaking Orlando at all. They had freaking Space playing center a little bit. They had freaking Biyombo playing a little bit center. I mean, come on, man. I mean, Biyombo is only 6'9". He should have been dominating. That's what I'm talking about. Like the matchup. You're not taking advantage of the matchups. Brook Lopez should have dominated that game. Slow the game down. You know what I mean? Let Brook Lopez play his money. Let Brook Lopez play. I know at the end of the day we want to run, but we're not really running like we're supposed to. Now, and that's my thing about that. You know, and Tyler, like I said, he's getting beat on both ends. He couldn't stop freaking Sideshow Bob at all. I call him Sideshow Bob. I said it in my last video a while ago. I call him Sideshow from The Simpsons. You know, the guy who tried to kill Krusty the Clown because he was jealous of him. But that's what he might be Sideshow Bob. But anyway, Alfred Payton had a good game. You know, he had 15 points. He played. You know, he had 3 turnovers. He had 6 assists. You know, he was playing a good game. But the person that was killing him, man, was Fournier. Man, Fournier, man, was knocking on threes. Man, he was like 5 for 7. He had a 3-point. And who man was that? Then Henzo, y'all came in there, shot 4 or 5. They were just killing, man. They were 18 for 13. He had a 3-point up, man. But Fournier is the one that really put it away, man. And who man is that? Small forward. That's freaking Ingram, man. Ingram, man. But like I said, because Lou Walton does all this quick switching, you will always find somebody else on the play, or they miss assignments, they don't communicate because of that quick switching. You got to stop that quick switching. You got to let these guys play these players man to man or run some type of zone defense, because in the day you're going to be exposed. I told people over again that defense is exposed. Everybody talking about the defense is better. No, that's because guys are not knocking on the perimeter shots. I just want to be honest with you. Ingram, inconsistent. I keep telling guys over and over again. Ingram, he could be a good player, but he might be so much of Derek McKees. I told you guys in my video a while back, he's unselfish. When he becomes selfish, he become too loose. I mean, too wild. What I mean by that is that when he goes to the paint, he shows the ball, he becomes uncontrollable. And what happened is he don't really have no nice moves around the rim. He's getting blocked or he's bouncing off of people. Now just imagine if Ingram had Julius Randle type body. Just imagine. I'm not saying he gotta be that big, but just imagine he had much more weight on him. Trust and believe he will be called for a lot of charging. Because why? He's small. He's bouncing off of people. People are knocking him down. He's running into people and he's falling down because he's small. But I'm telling you, he's uncontrollable when he goes to the paint. He gotta fix that. He gotta learn how to pick his spots. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't have confidence in his shots, and that's the reason why he's constantly go to the paint. I don't mind that, but you gotta hit your free throws. That's my biggest problem with Ingram. If you're going to go to the paint, you're going to draw the foul, you got to hit the free throws. I don't mind it because I love when people attack the basket. I'm old school, but you got to draw the foul. I mean, you got to hit the free throws. Like I said, he don't have no confidence in his shots, and he just do too much ISO. If you watch Ingram, when he does ISOs, everybody's standing around. Not that many people are cutting to the basket or not moving around because they know when he get the ball, he's gonna put his head down and go straight to the basket. That's something that he need to work on as well. But he got to have more confidence in his shots, because the better he become with his shots, the more the defense become honest and they're going to play him. You know what I mean? But when they know that you don't have confidence in your shot, they know that you're going to attack the basket, they double down low because you know you're not going to pass, and that's what take place. We only had what? And this is sad, man. I mean, this is sad. We went up 18 assists, but before that, before the fourth quarter, we only had freaking, I think, 11 assists going into the fourth quarter. 18 assists is bad. It's terrible. It's terrible. 18 assists. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead down real quick. My thing at the day is this, and this is what I say. I will have to, if you're not going to use Brook Lopez, you got to put Caruso in. He might have had a bad game this game, but that's going to happen. But I will put Caruso with that starting 5. Why? Because it allowed Josh Hart to play the 2 coming off in the second unit with Jordan Clarkson. It makes more sense. Hart didn't play at all until like towards the end. So you start Eric Caruso with Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. The ball going to move a little bit more better than it would with Enes. That's common sense. And like I said, these 4 games that we won is because Enes, one game, remember, he fouled out. He got in foul trouble. The other game, he just wasn't playing good, and Caruso outplayed him in 3 games. So that's why Luke Walton was giving him that much playing time. But this is ridiculous to me. And like I said, that's one thing that really upsets me. That they got to learn how to utilize Caruso until Lonzo Ball come back in order to make that starting 5 roll. And this one more thing I want to go through real quick. So you look at it, like I said, Julius Randle had a good game though. 7 for 9, 9 rebounds. He played 27 minutes. That's cool. Julius Randle should play 30-something minutes. He should play 30-something minutes. And I know somebody going to say, well, Brandon, he was 5 for 12. He had 13 points. But once again, those shots came during trash time. Before that, he only had like 9 points throughout the whole quarter. He made a couple shots towards the end before they took him out. 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 turnovers. It's not bad. We just need more production out of him. Games like this where you're playing against a team that's at the bottom, you will take advantage of it. Brandon Ingram should have took more shots. That's how I look at it. Because if you look at that starting 5, Brandon got more minutes than everybody on that freaking court. Everybody on that court. But yet he's the only one that took only 12 shots. 12 shots. You got Jordan Clarkson, 7-14, had a good game. He did have 3 turnovers. He had 3 assists. But he was 2 for 5 behind the arc. 20 points in 24 minutes. Caldwell Pope, not really a bad game. He just didn't play defense, and just like I said, a lot of stuff is just ISO plays. He did have 12 points. Only took 9 shots. Not bad though. 1 for 3. Brook Lopez, like I said, they need more out of Brook. Simple as that. Julius Randle had a good game with 27 minutes, but like I said, because everybody's on these expiring contract or contracts are coming to an end, or they know they're going to be traded, they're trying to build their value up. That's common sense. And I'm not saying they're not trying to win. That'd be stupid of me to say that, because they do want to win. And when people say that, we're building, this is what tripped me out when fans say that. When fans say, "Oh, we're building, Urban," we're trust the process. We're building. We're rebuilding. I say, well, if we're rebuilding, then how come people like Thomas Bryant are not getting playing time? Zubac not getting playing time? If we're rebuilding, I don't want to hear the rebuilding. They are trying to win. If they're not trying to win, then we will be seeing more of Thomas Bryant. That's common sense, because you want to see what you got going into the next year, so you can know who to let go and who to keep. That's common sense. I don't believe in that rebuilding. They're trying to win. It's just that right now, Luke Walton, certain games, he's exposed, man. Like I said, this game right here, exposed. Orlando, like I said, come in, they blew us out. And they played back-to-back. That's why I said before, when people say that, oh, we playing back-to-back, or we just play this, and I said, I don't want to hear that. It's an excuse. We got to stop making excuses for these players. Kuzma, 28 minutes, 5 for 13, started to find his niche, didn't find a three-point at all. He only took 3 three-pointers, which wasn't bad, because he knew they wasn't falling, so he attacked the basket. Didn't mind that. One thing I like about Kuzma is his quick shot, but at the end of the day, he still got to learn how to get other people involved. Because sometimes when you get double teamed, you got to find the people, because they know what you're going to do. And as soon as you see the double team, you got to have a better IQ in order to make the quick pass. And people got to learn how to cut too. You just can't stand around when Kuzma or Ingram get the ball. You got to cut. No matter if they ain't going to pass it or not, just cut anyway. Because you never know what might happen. You never know if they might pass it out. It's just lack of communication with the young players. And this is where Luke Walton falls in that, because Luke Walton should be getting on these guys. Saying, look, man, cut, do this, do that. Pass the ball, do this and that. Don't just let other individuals ride the wave and you don't say something to him, but you pick and select who you want to attack with. Because like I said, Brandon Ingram played 35 minutes. He played the most minutes out of everybody. Didn't do nothing. That's why when people say, oh, well, he was, he 5 for 12 and all that. But yeah, he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything that really helped the team. This is a game where he should have scored like 28 points. That's just me. You playing against a team that really not a good defensive team. Ferrier, whatever his name is, he ain't had no defense like that. Ingram should have took this guy instead. This guy was killing him. Killing him, man. I mean, shucks, man. Larry Nance, a subpar game. A lot of energy, but subpar game. Corey Brewer played, 14 minutes. He got a chance to play. Field goal percentage, while all that, it looked good. The team just looked terrible, man. And that's the whole thing in a nutshell. But I think over and over again that a lot of this fall on Luke Walton. I'm not gonna beat him up, because there's a lot I could have went on Luke, but I'm not gonna go in on him. But you already know how I feel about him and his rotation and his time management. His rotation, to me, I still say it sucked. We got away with those 4 games because of Ty Enos not showing up and getting in foul trouble. Like I told people before, if Ty Enos didn't get in foul trouble, we wouldn't have seen all that Caruso. We wouldn't have won that one game. Ty Enos just ain't the person for me. You got to get that starting 5 clicking. You got to get some energy out there starting 5, so that when the bench come in, we just keeping the flow going. We should not be bringing the bench in, the second unit in, and the starting 5 can't even keep the lead or even compose a lead for the second unit to come right in and just continue to fill that void. Instead, the second unit always coming in to bail out the starting 5, and it should not be like that. That's bad coaching. I just hate to say it, but it is. It's bad coaching. Your starting 5 should be your best goddamn freaking squad. Simple as that, man. Your starting 5 should be your best squad, man. Your second unit should not be coming in, killing. That's what's crazy to me. And then I said, if you put Julius Randle back in that second unit, the starting 5 will be suspect. They'd be garbage. Julius Randle has been the freaking light of that freaking starting 5 since he became a starter. And we're going to trade Julius Randle. I keep telling you, man. I was just saying this. I'm going to let y'all go, man. Listen, number one, I'm going to let y'all know, and I told y'all how I feel about LeBron James. I know from Magic Johnson's eye, it's a business move, for stocks and all that. Magic Johnson loved LeBron James. Me personally, I'd rather go with the small group, give Luke Walton to the All-Star break of next year. If I don't see no changes in us winning, we got to let Luke Walton go. That's how I feel. 2.5 years is good enough for me. He only got, I think he's on 4 years. 2.5 years is good enough for me. This year, okay. We understand what Magic Johnson and their ideals of what they want to do. But if we don't land no stars this offseason, we need to look at Luke Walton, Go carry him until at least to the All-Star break, then make changes. Simple as that. If you get Julius Randle and Jordan Clarkson, and you get nothing back in return, just because you banking on LeBron coming here, with the way this team is playing, LeBron is 34 years old. And I want to make sure y'all understand this. LeBron is 34 years old. The only way he come to LA, if he know for a fact there are other veteran players coming as well. He's not going to play with his young squad, who has no experience. He's on the downcline. He's not going to come somewhere where he knows that he got to fight and scratch to win a championship. The West is much more pure than the East Coast. It doesn't make sense. The only way he come here, 2 or 3 superstars. Not 1, 2 or 3. Simply put, if LeBron talk to players and they take pay cuts, that's the only way I can see this happening. Other than that, I hope and pray that Magic and Pelinka do not freaking tuna fish cut this team, hoping that LeBron come here, and LeBron playing like he played Cleveland when he didn't tell nobody where he was going and wound up going somewhere else when he went to Miami. Imagine all of them got their high hopes on him. And like I said, we got House with PG-13 as well. But at the end of the day, we got these young players here. We should be building these young players up. If Brook Lopez is not going to be here at the end of the season, freaking Bron should be playing. He should be starting. Brook Lopez should be on the bench or coming off the bench or whatever it may be. We're not re-signing him. Same thing with KCP. If you do Lel Dane and Mozgov like that last year and bench them in favor of the young players, we might well do the same thing for KCP and Brook Lopez. These guys are not going to be here at the end of the season. They're going to be finding better contract with better teams. We might well go ahead and play the young players and see what we got going forward. We're not winning anything. We're like I said, we're an up and down team. We win some, we lose a lot. Win some, lose a lot. We got to get in the rhythm. How you build a rhythm is start with the front office, to the coach, to the players. Everybody got to be on board. But when you let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, it affects players regardless of how you look at it. I don't care what nobody say. At the end of the day, we are human. Yes, we do have emotions. And if you've been with a brand or a team for a good period of your life, yes, you will feel some type of way. That's just the way the world goes. But it's business. And like I said before and over again, I am keeping a close eye on Magic Johnson and that front office. Because what it is, everybody praising Magic, and Magic was my idol. But at this point in time, I still believe that he's setting Luke up to fail. You don't hear nothing from him when the teams are losing. Luke Walton looks suspect out there because he ain't got nobody, and I think they're trying to expose him to let people know or fans know that Luke Walton ain't the man for the job. That's my own opinion, because you didn't give him no shooters. You get him a point guard who's not a shoot first type of point guard, who's a pass first point guard, and the fan base constantly say we're nothing without Lonzo Ball. And that's the sad part, because what it shows is that you just can't coach. I don't want to think like that. I don't want to believe in that. But that's what it's looking like. The rotation sucks. The time management sucks. Brook Lopez has become a mere shadow of himself. And that was just 1 year. You can't tell me that Brook Lopez lost a step. It's just they don't know how to use him. Kuzma gets the green light, but there's no plays called for him. He's an offensive he's an offensive weapon, but they don't know how to utilize him. They don't know how to run him. They don't even have no plays run for him. But all the plays are ran through Brandon Ingram. Ingram is not going to be, and I'm going to say this again, I don't believe in my heart Ingram is going to be that dude. Ingram might be something like a Scottie Pippen. He's not going to be that dude that y'all looking for. Sometimes you got to start looking at talent and stop being biased and overlooking talent. Yeah, that's how I look at it. We got to start, playing these guys to their, to their potential. To their strength and not to their weakness. But that's what we're doing right now, and we're a way better team than what we are. Luke Walton, he needs to go out and get him an assistant coach, a veteran, seasonable coach that's going to help him. A lot of them guys he got on his squad are young, inexperienced assistant coaches. I don't think none of them have ever been veteran coaches, but he need to go out and get him a veteran coach to help him, because not, Luke Walton's going to lose this team. Magic Johnson is going to turn on him. The fan base is going to turn on him, and he's going to look like he's going to be the scapegoat for this team. Simple put. Anyway, it's your man Urban Lover. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section, tell me what you think. Yes, we lost, and I hope that we can turn this around. I don't want to just go off one game, but this is 2 games back to back. And that's what my problem is. We don't have no consistency. From the coach to the players, from the front office. We try to make a trade for try to make a trade for Jordan Clarkson and Julius Randle. Let me say, I'm gonna hit this up and I'm gonna let it go because this video is getting too long. But we try to make a trade for Jordan Clarkson and Julius Randle. Everybody knows that Magic Johnson wants LeBron James because he let everybody know what he's going to do. I told you one day about Magic Johnson, he reminded me so much of Donald Trump. He talks too much. Sometimes you don't do anything. You do like LA Clippers. No one knew that freaking Blake Griffin would be traded. It just happened. Even Blake Griffin didn't even know it. See what I'm saying? That's my problem. That's why I love freaking Jerry West, man. And that's who they should have went after. Instead, you go get freaking Pelinka. You should have went after Jerry West because he got a way better resume. But you go get Pelinka because why? He's connected to Kobe Bryant. So now the rumors are coming out that, you know, he's mad at Pelinka. And I don't know how true these rumors is. He's mad at Pelinka because he can't make the deals or whatever. But here's the problem. Everybody and their mother know that you trying to trade Julius Randle and Jordan Clarkson in order to make freaking free up space, money in order to bring in the likes of LeBron James. PG-13 was the only person that said he wants to come here. DeMarcus Cousins said it before he went to the New Orleans Pelicans. But now he's hurt, so that's wishy-washy right there. But anyway, you look at the point of this. LeBron James, he stated, you know, he didn't really say it that he wanted to come here. He never really said it. That's just the rumors and the fans and everybody else thinking that this is what's going to happen. So Magic Johnson, right now they're making all these crazy moves. But like I said, going back to Julius Randle and Jordan Clarkson, they try to make trades with them, but everybody and their mother know that they want these certain individuals, these certain superstars. So they're like, okay, well, if we make this for you to make your team better, where we're going to fall off, then you got to take some expiring contracts, or you know, you got to take some absorbing contracts, might I say. So these contracts that's going to last for a year or two, you got to take them if you want us to take Jordan Clarkson and Julius Randle. We're not just going to give you some picks or stuff like that in order to remove Jordan Clarkson and Julius Randle to make your team better. It's not going to happen. Magic Johnson, what the problem is that he's showing his left hand and his right. He's showing his right hand what his left hand gonna do, and right now it's affecting the team. It's affecting the front office. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really think we'll get no trade done. I don't think we'll get no trade done. That's how I look at it. Because he ready got this team in order for LeBron to come here. He ready to do the same thing Jim Buss and Mitch Kupchak do. But y'all got faith in Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson ain't showing me nothing. Remember, Magic Johnson be like the next Isaiah. He could be the next Phil Jackson. Like I said, y'all be sitting here watching it before our own eyes. He about to gut these young players, and we waited 4 years or 3 to 4 years to watch these young players develop, only to see them all get kicked out like a farm system. In order for some veteran players that's only gonna probably play no more than 3 or 4 years, and then we back to square one again, rebuilding. A band-aids taped up team just to try to fight against the Golden State Warriors instead of building up this young squad, putting a center in here, getting a backup point guard for Lonzo Ball, getting a couple shooters, and going from that right there. And that's all we need, man. And somebody, a veteran coach, to come under Luke Walton, to help Luke Walton, man. You know, a veteran coach, a veteran seasonable coach who basically come and help Luke Walton. I'll bring Mark Jackson and have him work on it for Luke Walton if they can get that to happen. But that's what I would do in order to build confidence, motivation into these young players. And stop telling them that they're going to be traded. Just do it. Y'all keep telling everybody what y'all going to do, man. And it affects the players. I don't want to hear that don't affect the players. That's why I say Jerry West, man, he the best GM, bro. I hate to say it. Jerry West, I don't hate to say it because I like Jerry West. True that. And I'm drinking. And I'm out, guys. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. Take care. I'm about to go walk a mile real quick to lose some weight because these daggone Lakers got me drinking in my belly like I'm pregnant. Y'all take care.